Paddy Keogh has had a great life. He is 80 years old, he is still married to the love of his life, has 2 children, 6 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. But Paddy finds it increasingly hard to remember his life. His memory is going. Paddy lives with dementia.
All of a sudden the word dementia was mentioned and I thought, oh no. I thought, you're wrong, because I didn't see any signs whatever of dementia at that time. I knew about dementia because in the last 4 years of my mother's life she had it. And I just at that time did say to my sisters and whoever, I don't ever want to see that disease again. Little did I know that Paddy would get it.
Paddy was born in Kilmallock, County Limerick, Ireland, in 1931. He came to London at the age of 18 to find work as a builder. In 1957, he married Kathleen. The couple had 2 daughters and lived a humble but happy life. The diagnosis of dementia changed everything. Today, Paddy needs care.
It has got a lot worse now over the last 4 years. I've noticed it more in about the last 6 or 7 months. Paddy doesn't always know me now. I'm thinking I've got to have a break because I've got it 24 hours a day.
Kathleen and Paddy have taken part in reminiscence workshops and try everything to slow down the effects of dementia. They hope that working with My Life films helps Paddy to trigger memories from the past.
I hope it might, and when he'd look at it, that it would bring back the happy times, really.
In the initial research session, we ask Paddy and Kathleen to show us their family pictures and memorable items from the past. We find out what is important to them. We build a timeline for the family and put the images in the right order. Paddy still has plenty of moments where he's sharp and remembers precisely.
This is your garden, you know, with the shed and the roses.
Yeah.
Did you always look after the roses?
Yeah, mostly all my life I've had roses. This is the first year we didn't have roses.
Well, we have roses,
we
but
have
they haven't
roses,
started growing.
the weather is completely, there was frost and snow and everything, we couldn't get them right, but we don't worry about it, we get them by next April or May, we get them anyway.
We encourage the family to dwell on the past as often as possible, to remember old stories and to encourage Paddy in conversations about his life. We leave them alone for a few days with the task to focus on Paddy and to record his memories. This process helps everyone to confirm which stories are really important for Paddy.
I think he seems to have got more alert. Yeah, and when we're talking, and we have talked a lot about this film and what it's involved in us, and he is very aware of it, and he knows what's going on.
Do you think he enjoyed it?
I do think he enjoyed it, yes.
As a next step, we interview Paddy, Kathleen and their daughters, Teresa and Maureen. In the interview with Paddy, he starts talking about his family, something he's not done for a long time.
When you look at this picture,
That's a strange picture, that's a lovely picture, that's an old picture. That's my father, the lot of them, they might say, okay, would you get? This is my father, just don't try.
Looks like it, yeah.
That's my father. Really short.
What did he do?
Oh, he's dead and buried now.
He never used to really speak about his family very much at all. So I think he went for a stage of not wanting to look at photos and things because for a while he thought they were still alive. You know, and he'd want to go and see his mum and his dad, and my mum would be stopping him going, and he was getting quite distressed by it. So it became a bit of a taboo subject, I think. So now the fact that he's remembering it positively, I think is brilliant. He's now actually starting to be, you know, more able to speak about them.
With all interviews done, we go back to the edit suite. The long film contains 11 chapters, which we have agreed with the family. Each chapter is roughly 3 minutes long and covers an important part of Paddy's life, such as his childhood, marrying Kathleen, having children and going back to Ireland for his holidays. Each chapter contains one of Paddy's favourite music tracks and is cut to a slow pace so that it's easy for him to follow. The day of the premiere, Paddy and Kathleen have asked their daughters Teresa and Maureen to join them. Another visitor is Pam Schweitzer, an expert for reminiscence work for people living with dementia for over 20 years. She knows Paddy from a workshop she's run.
Lovely film.
Oh.
Thank you.
Did you like it, Dad?
No, not really.
Why did you like it?
Lovely.
Big Paddy showed down the middle of the stage. I'm sorry about this.
It was lovely. It was lovely.
After the film, when I've just been sitting quietly with him, he's just been really remembering stuff that he's not spoken about for years. And even things that when he went to the hurling, talking about, you know, when they were waiting outside the pub after and what they drunk and what they ate and how the bar staff were and what the sandwich was, and just really, really brought back memories that were sort of intense for him, and it was good.
It helps Mum to look back to better times, really, rather than, you know, sort of living day to day with dementia is very hard for her. And I think Mum's really enjoyed doing it, actually.
Paddy nodded off a couple of times during the length of the film. His attention span is not what it used to be. But the film will be shown in segments rather than in its entirety.
The fact that it's in segments is great because there's something will appeal to him. Some bits of it there he was reacting to and other bits he wasn't, but he finds it hard to concentrate for a length of time.
I thought it was a very moving film, and getting a sense of what mattered to Paddy and how very significant his family was, both in the past and in the present. And I'm sure the family will make really good use of the film. I mean, I could think of so many ways of using it.
Yes, we'll all leave tonight.
We produced a much shorter second film, roughly 5 minutes long. This short biography has a narrative and summarises Paddy's life. It will be used to briefly inform future carers who come to look after Paddy but who don't know him at all.
In 2010, Paddy became a great-grandfather when his oldest grandson Christian and his wife had little Noah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was really interesting. I particularly liked the short film, actually, surprisingly, because perhaps it was meant for people who were not immediately connected with the family, people who needed to get to know Paddy in a hurry. And I really liked that summary and the information being given verbally.
Doing the film has been a very positive experience for Paddy, Kathleen and the whole family. For instance, it made everyone focus on Paddy's great life and not his dementia.
This film has given my mum a new lease of life, I think, because things become a real trudge. They become very hard, and it was just constantly kind of a merry-go-round of just making sure my dad was okay. But doing this has just given her something else. It's been a bit more focused on my mum, and she's been looking out photos, and it's just really given her a new lease of life.
I think it will be lovely to put it on there and just talk about it. Talk about it from when he was little, as you come up, when we met, and talk about the good times.
Kathleen plans to show Paddy chapters from the film on a regular basis. She hopes that this very personal film will help Paddy remember his life, and then it makes him happy, if for only a short while, when times get more difficult.